Let our selling experience work for you. Call McPherson Auction 605-348-1369. Visit us on our web at mcphersonauction.com.
At Dakota Discount RV, we're in it for the long haul, just like you. Whether it's cross-country adventures, weekends by the lake, or family time under the stars, we're here to keep you rolling for years to come. While others are packing up, we're doubling down with dependable service, great prices, and the biggest selection in the region. Your journey doesn't stop here, and neither do we. Here tomorrow, here for every mile ahead. Visit us in Rapid City or Somerset or online at dakotadiscountrv.com.
Hi, this is David Brenneman with Coldwell Banker, Black Hills Legacy in Rapid City. Have you thought about buying a home or real estate in the Black Hills? Maybe you want to upgrade to your forever home? I have been helping people in the Black Hills find the right home for nearly 20 years. When it comes to buying or selling, experience matters. Let me do the work, and you can open the door to your new home. Say hello to a good buy with me, David Brenneman. To get started, just Google David Brenneman, Coldwell Banker.
Looking for a great place for a pregame meal that really satisfies? Or maybe you want a place to take your all-star after the game. Or you're looking for a place to enjoy a delicious meal while watching your favorite team on the big screen TV. Valley Sports Bar and Grill has all the bases covered for all those things and more. Top-notch, friendly, and attentive service. Wall-to-wall big screen TVs with all the big games. And the absolute best wings in Rapid City. Valley Sports Bar. Make it your place. 1865 Valley Drive, Rapid City.
KIMM Rapid City and K294BT Rapid City, the Black Hills Sports Station, 106.7 FM and 1150 AM. Fox Sports Rapid City.
And here's what you need to know.
Hurricanes and Golden Knights skating Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final tonight in Las Vegas at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Vegas up 2-1 in the best-of-7 series. Knicks lead the Spurs 2-1 in the NBA Finals. They will resume on Wednesday night, and it's believed that President Trump will not be in attendance for the game at Madison Square Garden. That's according to ESPN. The NBA's head of officiating, Monty McCutcheon, today did speak with ESPN, saying the league is looking into the no-foul call on Victor Wembanyama on an apparent foul towards Jalen Brunson in the first half of yesterday's Game 3. Browns offensive lineman Joe Bitonio announced his retirement after 12 seasons today, while Browns head coach Todd Munkett said they won't name a QB1 out of minicamp. Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson battling for the starting spot in Cleveland that will now head into training camp. Bengals restructure the contract of quarterback Joe Burrow, freeing up about $10 million in cap space. Serena Williams a winner in her return to tennis. I'm Dan Beyer.
It's time for South Dakota's Sports Talk Show. This is the Nate Brown Show, featuring live callers, great interviews, and thought-provoking sports talk. From the biggest national names to the hottest stories across South Dakota. Welcome to the Nate Brown Show. Here's your host, Nate Brown.
All right, let's get going. We are ready on a Tuesday, the Nate Brown Show live. Welcome in. Hope you're having a great day, everybody. Thanks for making us part of your day. We appreciate you. Thanks for making this show possible across the state. South Dakota Sports Talk Show from high school to college to the pros. We'll try and do it upright tonight. It is always a great day in South Dakota. And South Dakota Sports Talk Show live on Fox Sports Radio, our affiliates. KWSN, Fox Sports Sioux Falls. Glad you're on board tonight. And Fox Sports Rapid City. We appreciate you. Great guest lineup. We got 2 hours ready to go on your afternoon drive. If you can't catch us on the drive home the entire time, you get out of range. Maybe you go and you have to do stuff tonight. You can take us with you on your phone. We stream all the time on X. Follow us and watch us live at Nate Brown Show. If you're on X, you've got us. You call it Twitter. We call it X. At Nate Brown Show, same deal. It works there. Stream us live. YouTube channel, we got new subscribers last night. That's good stuff. So hit us, subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Nate Brown Show, and then you've got this show on YouTube, easy to access. The Nate Brown Show on YouTube, live right now, and archive shows there if you miss anything from the weeks gone by. And one more place, Midwest Sports Plus. Welcome in if you're watching on the new app, High School Sports Live, and the Nate Brown Show on Midwest Sports Plus. Get it? You're good to go. Let's look at the guest lineup, and then we'll get going tonight. Take your calls, your texts. We'll see what we got cooking. Thought-provoking sports talk for South Dakota. Let's go to Mike McFeely tonight. We'll go up to North Dakota. It's a Mike McFeely appearance on the Nate Brown Show. We'll shoot it around. Plenty to discuss. from the college football landscape with Mike McFeely. His take from Inforum.com. McFeely's in tonight. We'll go national. A couple of guys talking NBA Finals and more. Got to get Jerry Brewer tonight. He's covered a lot of the NBA Finals over the year. Jerry Brewer, columnist for The Athletic. He's live tonight talking finals and more on the college football front. I want to get his read on this whole thing from yesterday. Jerry Brewer, The Athletic. He's on tap. We will get Chris Denker on tonight, former D1 college basketball coach, now AAU director and national basketball scout, Net Scouts basketballs. Chris Denker talking hoops, one of the best basketball guys in the country. He's on the way. He's picked the Knicks. He picked it before the series started. I was giving him a bad time. Now, my guys, the Spurs are back in this. We're back in this. Still a little bit of ways to go, and Victor said that last night. Wemby said that. There's still a ways to go. Plus, Todd Kolb is on tonight. He's from Sanford. Sanford Sports Academy starting to launch some stuff in the Black Hills. And Todd Kolb from Sanford Sports Academies on tonight. Okay, 605-720-1067. Join us live. 605-720-1067. That's the Pizza Ranch Studio Hotline. Powered by our friends at the Pizza Ranch. They have the best buffet in town. Stop by the Brandon location. Also bring the kids to the Fun Zone Arcades. 2 spots, Brandon and East 10th Street in Sioux Falls. Hit the Pizza Ranch, home of everyone's favorite buffet. And hit us on the text line as well. Same number, the Barons-Wilson text line for your hot takes galore. All of that. No, it's good stuff from you guys. No hot takes there. 605-720-1067. Now you know that is the Barons-Wilson listener text line. So we got you plugged in and ready. So yesterday, I don't think I overreacted. I never overreact. I never overreact, right? That I said this college sports story is just massive. And I think I was right on that. The Brendan Sorsby thing where he bet on sports and bet on his own team. Oh, he wasn't playing. Well, he bet on his own team, and he even admitted to betting the under on his quarterback's performance. I mean, you gotta dig into this stuff. So I said it was going to be a huge story because he's been banned by the NCAA. They did the lawsuit, the legal process went through, and now he's eligible for the season. And I said this is going to be huge. We had some great guests yesterday. If you missed the show yesterday, a breakdown of the whole thing. Mike Golick Jr. was really good. John Bryce really good. And I'm not going to recycle. Oh, what do we think about this? This is the end of the world. I think it's a huge story if a player bet on his own team, admitted to it, even though he didn't play, and bet numerous times across the board on college football and the whole thing. And Texas Tech wants him to play. They've got a big investment in him. Brendan Sorsby looks like he might be able to play this year. We'll see if this goes all the way to the Texas Supreme Court, as Colin Cowherd was saying. So we'll see where the appeal goes for the NCAA. We're going to have to see how this process works because I hate to break it to you, a couple of months from now, we're playing college football. And so Brendan Sorsby, how fast is this going to go? So that's the story. And I said the story's huge. Now I want to get into, is there an overreaction of people like me, people like Nebraska, many people across the country that say, no, this should be cut and dried. This case is easy. I mean, I've always thought that. I always thought the NCAA is going to win on this, and they have to win on this for college sports in general and for the integrity from fans to players to universities. That's the way I felt. I only got one message yesterday that said, well, I think the NCAA should be more lenient on these betting rules. I got one message on that, and I thought, okay, let's think about that. Can you let these guys bet on stuff that's not college football? Well, they've had those discussions, and they just didn't go anywhere. With universities themselves, with the member schools themselves. They don't want the players betting on stuff. And then I've had this back and forth last night with my friend Rob Kagron before his Knicks loss. Sorry, Rob, but you're not here today. So the Knicks lost, and I had the back and forth. He said, this is the NCAA's fault. They don't have enough control. They can't enforce their rules. And I'm going to say, how could we blame the NCAA on this? So let me just tell you what's happened. Most of the people, and I say people in media, I think have said this is wrong. You cannot let a player like Brendan Sorsby do what he did and play. I thought that was the real world. And then I've heard a little bit today from Fox Sports Radio. I don't want to be too influenced. Hang on. I don't want to be influenced. Colin Cowherd saying this is, it was just a college kid. He made a dumb mistake. End of story. Let's move on. And I thought, have we jumped that much in 2026 in the sports culture, in society itself, that you can just break rules? The number one rule in college sports has been that for the integrity of the game. And Colin kind of treated it cavalier today. So I'm thinking, is there more Colin Cowherds out there, or are there more Nate Browns out there and Nebraska Huskers out there? What does Nebraska do? You saw this, right? This is what I wanted to dig into today. Nebraska, the AD, Dannon, he sent out a memo to his entire coaching staff and said, you guys are not going to be playing Texas Tech, okay? You're not going to be playing Texas Tech. Georgia, I guess, did the same thing. And there's people saying, oh, look at the moral high ground, the superiority of Nebraska and Georgia. They're trying to say they're not going to play Texas Tech. And so now we're in this battle where we're trying to, I guess, find an avenue where we could say you can break the rules, even betting on your own team, and you can still play college football and make a bunch of money. I just can't get there, guys. I thought this was going to be a 100% to 0% issue, or 98 to 2. I thought that's the type of issue we're going to have, and now we've got people picking on Georgia and Nebraska for saying, oh, they're not going to play Texas Tech. Nebraska's perfect, and Georgia, they have all their problems, and they're trying to act like they're way better than Texas Tech. Guys, this is about Texas Tech. This is about Texas Tech. This is about Brendan Sorsby. Huge rules broken. Texas Tech shouldn't let him play. They wanted to. They took this all the way through the legal process, and now we're just trying to, he didn't get arrested. He hasn't got arrested for crimes or anything. So we just take this down the road of a idiotic college kid who made some mistakes. Not like this. This was betting on your own team, betting the under on your own quarterback's performance. When you look into the bets he made, this wasn't just a one-off mistake. This was over and over. Well, he's got an addiction stuff. Yeah, I understand. He broke the big rule. We have to shut this down. And so I'm trying to stay on track here of where are we going here in sports when we say this is an overreaction for people that are standing up for, I think, common sense. The common sense part is you can't break a rule like this and play college football. Texas Tech shouldn't even have them on the roster. And now we've jumped in some respect, in some people's viewpoint. And I guess everybody has an opinion. I get it. I get hit for mine a lot. Not on my text thread with my friends. They're too nice. But anyway, so I get hit. I get hit. I'm just going to tell you, I thought we were all solid here. Nebraska thought, hey, we're not going to play these guys. We're going to try and make an example. So let me ask you that question of the day, by the way, tonight. Nebraska boycotting games versus Texas Tech. What do you think of it? Okay, question of the day on the Nate Brown Show as we get going. Texas Tech QB Brendan Sorsby is the biggest story of the week by far. Some people think it'll be appealed. It could be reversed, and maybe he won't get to play. We're not going to know. So I still have hope there that I think the appeal process might play out, at least as some people say, in the favor of the NCAA. We'll see. Yet we're still trying to move this forward. It was a simple mistake. It's not like any laws were broken. I'm like, I don't want to get into the what's worse, the moral stuff? I mean, I have a hard time with, I'm never going to stick up for the guys that break the laws, the guys that have like really bad things when it comes to the crime. You can't stick up for that. But at the same time, it's like, well, sometimes those guys got to play, and then now we're gonna treat Brendan Sorsby so terribly. I can't compare those two. I think it's a false equivalence. Both things are not appropriate, not good. Both things should be punished. I understand in the past other players have gotten arrested, done this, done that. They weren't punished appropriately. I would say that. Every program has bent the rules. They bend things to win. They want their best players to play. I admit that. But I'm not going to say, because of that, we just let this go. This is a big one, and we've banished Iowa wrestlers. We've had these guys that have bet on sports. Their careers were ended, and nobody was crying. Colin wasn't worried. He didn't say those guys just made simple mistakes. We sent them packing, and nobody worried about it if it was Iowa and Iowa State. Now it's Texas Tech, and it's huge news, and then we got people saying, just a little mistake. College kid, young, just a little mistake. It's a big mistakes. Huge mistakes. Not one little mistake by a college kid. I think we're kind of losing track. Nebraska boycotts Texas Tech. What do you think of it? 605-720-1067. Want your take on this? Yeah, the Huskers, I think that's fine. I don't have a problem with it. What do you think? Nebraska boycotting games versus Texas Tech in all sports. He said if Texas Tech's on the schedule, we're not playing them. Just because of how they're doing this deal with Brendan Sorsby, the star QB, and his admissions of all the sports betting and his own team and the whole thing. So Nebraska says we're done. Is that the right call? Send a message? You think other Big Ten schools should do it? There are other Big Ten schools that have discussed this, I guess. So you think that's the right call? That's what I'd like to know. Or is it just taking, I don't know, you think you're better than everyone else? What did I get? I got a response here from Matt. This is not Matt Kearney, so don't. This is Matt. He said, this is pure grandstanding by Nebraska. I think it's okay. I mean, send a message. Send a message. Who cares? It's not like they're in the same conference. If you have some games on the schedule, just pull them off. I think you can boycott Texas Tech over this. We're trying to bring Texas Tech back into the fold. Like, it's okay. This is just fine. We're okay. No, this will never happen again. Never happen again. It was just a simple college kid, right? Thanks for calling. You're live, and you go ahead.
Hey, Nate, thanks for taking my call. I agree with Nebraska. Just if you can't even fight this thing because they're treating it as a mental illness. So an addiction now is a mental illness, which means it's a disability, which means it comes under the ADA. And it's like, okay, what's to stop anybody from doing anything like this? Even him, if he goes in the NFL.
Yeah.
What's he going to do, bet on games, and then when they suspend him, he's going to sue him?
I guess.
It's like, come on, man.
No, I got you.
Wow.
I appreciate you.
Anyway.
Thanks for getting in. I think that's I think that caller's making the point. If you do this, then there are ways to get out of this and still play and get money, right? That's what he's saying. So that's why I'm trying to take a stand, and everybody's kind of trying to let this go. I don't know. I mean, I didn't think that would be some of the reaction from Colin Cowherd and others today. I did not think that. It's a college kid. It's young. You've done stupid stuff. It is a privilege to play college football. He's going to get paid millions of dollars to play, and we're going to let this go, or we're thinking about letting it go. I can't do that. Lister text coming in. It's the right call. Go Big Red. It's the right call. So we got some people siding with Nebraska. Matt says pure grandstanding. Let's see anyone else coming in on the text line. 605-720-1067. What do you think, Nebraska boycotting games versus Texas Tech today in all sports? Troy Dannon sent out the memo to all the coaches and said, take Texas Tech off the schedule. We're not playing them because of this situation. And there is discussions with other Big Ten institutions. Those are going to maybe come out. We'll see who else is going to jump on this. 61% of you said it's the right call for Nebraska on our Twitter poll right now. 61% say I'm with Nebraska. Send a message to Texas Tech. 39% say it's stupid what Nebraska's doing. It doesn't matter. And those 39% are Husker haters. I thought it was a 98% to 2% issue. Maybe it is, but there's always somebody saying, oh, not that big a deal. He didn't kill anybody. So let's let him play. Let's try and kind of stay on the same page. I'm not talking about killing somebody. I'm talking about this, breaking rules. You can't play. It's in the rule book. It's right there. We break the rules, and we still get to play. What a message. Let's talk NBA Finals. What a game last night. What a game last night. Chris Denker is going to break it down from all aspects. And there was a little problem outside of Madison Square Garden as well with some Knicks fans. I didn't like that at all. Chris Denker is coming up next.
This is South Dakota's Sports Talk Show.
How do you make a buffet day even better? Make it a play day. The Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade is your place for good food and good times. Won the big game? Make it a play day. Aced your test? Make it a play day. Just need to get out of the house? Make it a play day. The Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade has all your favorites and all kinds of fun. So bring your family, bring your friends, bring your team. For good food and good times, make it a buffet day and a play day at the Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade.
At Splash City, we think there's a time for everything. There's work time, there's play time, and there's your time. Splash City specializes in your time. Spas for you and your friends. Beautiful gas fireplaces that can be used almost anywhere, bringing warmth to the night or letting you be alone with your thoughts. Splash City. Rest, relax, enjoy.
Hi, I'm Tim Wrench, and I'm seeking personal injury cases. If you've been injured because someone else did something wrong, call me up. I'm a trial lawyer. I've tried criminal and civil cases for decades, and I can use all of that experience to help you. I also know this, that when insurance companies know that you're represented by a trial lawyer, they take your claim more seriously, and if it is to be settled, it's settled better with a trial lawyer. Wrench Law, 605-341-1111, wrenchlaw.com.
Here's your Fox Sports Rapid City forecast. Slight chance for storms this afternoon. Otherwise, cloudy skies with a few peaks of sun. High temperatures reach up to 92. Southwesterly winds 15 to 20 miles per hour. Lows dip down to about 57. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. A mix of clouds and sun. Tomorrow, highs around 76. That's your forecast on the Black Hills Sports Station, Fox Sports Rapid City. Currently, it's 84 degrees.
It's pouring all summer long at Cadillac Jack's. It's the Make It Rain $125,000 downpour. Be here every Friday and Saturday from 8 p.m. till midnight for drawings every 30 minutes that start out at $300 and grow to $1,000 prize packages at 11, 11:30, and midnight. Then on Saturday, July 18th, 10 lucky winners will take home their share of $10,000 in cash and prizes at Cadillac Jack's Gaming Resort. How will your night play out?
Danny Manholt Rapid Chevrolet buys cars. You heard that right. We don't just sell cars, we buy them too. We make cash offers to purchase local cars, trucks, and SUVs every day. Tired of listing online? Tired of messages? Or just tired of making payments? Whatever the reason, make an appointment at rapidchevrolet.com for a no-obligation appraisal. It's fast and free. When you're ready to sell, we're ready to buy. At Danny Manholt Rapid Chevrolet, Rapid City.
In the past, if you needed auto body repair, you had to get multiple estimates and then try to get your car into a shop for repair. Well, not anymore. In most cases, you can stop by one shop, get your estimate, and schedule your car for a repair. The question now becomes which shop you choose. If you like quality, choose J&J Truck and Auto Body. They have ASE, PPG, and Gold iCar certifications that allow them to offer you a nationwide warranty. And they'll work with your insurance company so you're pleased with the outcome. J&J Truck and Auto Body, 1513 East Philadelphia.
Live callers, big-time interviews, and breaking sports news. This is South Dakota's sports talk show, The Nate Brown.
Hey, welcome back in, everybody. Just getting going tonight. South Dakota Sports Talk Show live on Fox Sports Radio. We're going to get to your text that just came in on the question of the day. A lot of texts on this. Good stuff. We'll get to those. Thanks for sending them in. What do you think of Nebraska announcing they're going to boycott games on the schedule versus Texas Tech in all sports today? Nebraska athletic director said, we're taking Texas Tech off the schedule in any sport. If we've got them on the schedule, we're done playing Texas Tech. What do you think? Right call from Nebraska after the Brendan Sorsby situation, where he's eligible as of now after admitting to betting on sports and his own team over the years. And he wasn't playing when he bet on his own team, but what was it, 40 bets, over 40 bets on his own team? So let's, what do you think? Nebraska boycotting Texas Tech in all sports to send a message, right call or stupid? It doesn't matter. 605-720-1067 on the text line. Question of the day. Here on the Nate Brown Show, it's Chris Denker, NetScoutsBasketball.com, his company, International Basketball Scout, AAU, travel basketball director. He's done it all. Former D1 college coach, one of the guys I like talking hoops with, and he took the Knicks before the NBA Finals started. He sent me a text. He even said it after the segment, and Knicks are going to get this done. I said, no, it's not happening. Knicks are in a good spot. They're up 2-1. Chris, do you think we have a series, though, now?
Yeah, I definitely think there's a series. The Spurs, credit to them. It's I think part of the reason they beat Oklahoma City is they're a competitive group. They're pretty gritty, and they weren't going to go away. And to go into New York and win showed a lot of that. But I definitely think, you take it game by game, but I definitely think that win has changed the whole complexion of the series.
Okay. Do you think Wembanyama has been good enough for the player that he is, 7'4"? There was people talking this morning that says he plays like he's 6'5". He wants to be 6'5", not 7'4". Is that just what he is? Should he be taking threes in the fourth quarter? I'm okay with it. Is that what you want from him?
Yeah, it's an interesting situation, and I think that, well, first of all, he was outstanding yesterday. Pushing or at least flirting with the triple-double, 32, 8, and 6. Really good, shooting percentages across the board. The 3 blocks and a couple of them pretty timely, showed his defensive abilities and why he's so valuable on that end of the floor. So, he played outstanding. What I think we're seeing in the series is how good Karl Anthony Towns is as well. He's played really well now, albeit his stat line yesterday, not phenomenal. But what he's done, and I think we talked about this a week or so ago, Nate, is just how Karl Anthony Towns, or Cat, has been sort of their version of a Draymond or some sort of even LeBron, where it's this big power forward, or in this case a center, who can facilitate pass. You can run your offense through him and do a lot of different things. And so he's scored a little less than maybe he normally would, but I think Cat's been outstanding as well. And really where he's been extremely good against Wemby is defensively. Now Wemby can tend to get a little soft in terms of, he's not the biggest, most physical guy, even though he's taller than everyone. He does allow himself to get shoved outside, but I think that's kind of trend with a lot of bigs nowadays. And honestly, I think this season we've seen a slight shift I think analytics would even speak to this, about a little more 2-point field goal, a little more interior. But you still don't see a whole lot of post up. The irony is the best post player in the game is the point guard from the Knicks. So it's a very strange dynamic, but I think a lot of bigs are doing what Wemby does, which is they tend to flirt with the 3-point line.
Chris Denker on tonight, NetscoutsBasketball.com, talking NBA Finals. He took the Knicks to win the Finals. Knicks up 2-1. Big win for the Spurs last night, just huge. So I'm watching Wembanyama. He's taking heat for tossing Brunson to the floor last night. And then I get it, and then I watch Karl Anthony Towns grabbing Wembanyama. He can't even post up. He can't even get across the key. I mean, how do the officials need to officiate this? People are going to, well, this should be a flagrant. Well, then he's getting just mauled every time down the floor. What do you do?
Well, okay, so if you recall, we talked about this in the OKC series with Holmgren and Hartenstein, doing the same to Wemby, right? And I think we spoke about that, and I stated that I was very disappointed in the way the game was being officiated. Well, the first two games in San Antonio, and last night was especially bad, they've allowed the Spurs to just physically manhandle the Knicks. Just grabbing, just watch 40, 50 feet away from the basket as the ball's being dribbled down the floor. 2 hands on, forearm shiver to the ball handler, literally just shoving to get over ball screens. It's totally out of control. And in the couple of possessions just before Wemby threw Brunson to the ground, if you go back and watch, there was, I believe it was Karl Anthony Towns was inside or down on the block, and Carter Bryant and Keldon Johnson were guarding him. And off the ball, I was hollering at the TV saying, call a foul. I mean, they're literally just grabbing him and mugging him, and this had nothing to do with the ball handler or anything, completely away. You can't allow that stuff to happen. And so then what I think triggers that is much like the Spurs did in the OKC series, is they said, well, I mean, if they're going to do that to us, we got to do that to them. And so already in this series, we've seen 2, 3, or 4, and they've even gone to review on a few of them, of these what in college we call hook and holds and these sorts of things where they're underhooking guys and whatnot away from the ball. Never mind, like I say, just the ball pressure and the pushing and shoving near midcourt of the ball handler. The officials have got to get a better control of this. Now, your conspiracy theorists would say, well, they want, the NBA wants the Spurs to win. They want this to go, a full 7 if they can, and all that kind of stuff. Well, I don't know about all that, but it sure looks sketchy when I understand. Let the players play. Let them decide who wins, but not if you're going to play like that. It started to make things really ugly, and frankly, the game was decided at the foul line because you just go look at the stats. New York out-2'd them, they out-3'd them, they out-rebounded them, and yet lost at the foul line by, I think it was 7 or 8, and they lost the game by 4. So the fouls were definitely a big factor.
Okay, I want to talk to you about the matchups here. Stephon Castle, I think, is a gamer. I mean, he's a guy that gets after you defensively. Dribble drives off the charts, athleticism off the charts, just fearless. And he's done a good job, I think, on Brunson. What's your read on Castle against Brunson?
Castle's been great. I think Brunson's really good, and yesterday his shooting numbers were down probably than what he would want, but Castle, regardless of the defense, and he's terrific. I totally agree with you. His offense yesterday was so good for them and so huge. He hit some big shots when they needed them. His numbers across the board were elite. Fox was not great yesterday. He did. Right. We talked about the assisting and keeping their turnovers to a minimum so Castle doesn't have to play point guard. Fox definitely does that, but his shooting numbers weren't good. But despite all that, Wemby had his great game, and then Castle was just, I thought he was the guy. I mean, there were times when it looked like the Knicks might have it and Castle would come up with some play. And no, I agree with you. And Young, and I think we talked about this a few weeks back, Nate, but the Spurs on paper are roughly the same age as Michigan Wolverines, the NCAA champion.
That's wild.
They're literally like the same age.
That is wild.
Crazy.
Wembanyama and Castle, 22 years and younger, first duo like that to score over 20 points in a game like that in the NBA Finals. You think tomorrow night is absolutely massive for who? Knicks have to have it, right? I guess the Spurs really need it, but they still get to go back to San Antonio. So how do you see tomorrow at the pressure?
Yeah, no, that's right. And I think what you were alluding to in your question there is I almost think the pressure's on the Knicks, even though they're at home, and you could easily say, well, yeah, but they won 2 in San Antonio. I think it'd be totally different. If you're going back to San Antonio 2-2, that's a whole other thing. So if I'm the Knicks, I feel, or at least if I'm a Knicks fan, I'm thinking, boy, we got to get this one. Now, if you do, you probably have the numbers, Nate, but there haven't been many that come back from 3-1. And so you would, if you're the Knicks, you would have to feel good about it. But, boy, if you're the Spurs going home 2-2, you're elated. So I think the pressure's on the Knicks.
Chris Denker joining us tonight. NBA Finals Game 4 coming up tomorrow in New York. NetScoutsBasketball.com. What do you think of this home court stuff? Both teams winning on the road. That's it. Does home court matter that much?
It's interesting. I wonder if I think it was Charles Barkley or Shaq or somebody said, oh, well, do you think that the fact that, New York is just crazy for this game and they're so excited and all the, the pomp and circumstance that surrounded the game at the Garden and all that, do you think that the Knicks, will struggle with that or will they feed off of that? And they certainly didn't get off to a good start. So it kind of makes you wonder, can they just relax and play when they're on the road? And maybe, the Spurs just were able to answer the bell a little bit better. I don't think it helped that Mikal Bridges got 2 quick ones because it kind of disrupted their rhythm. He's an energy guy and a defender guy who can also score. It kind of impacted the start. But obviously the Knicks came back, had a great second quarter, and it ended up the Spurs won it in the fourth. But I didn't think that the Knicks start was indicative of, home team, home crowd, you're on our floor, you're on our territory kind of thing. It was a different sort of start. So I think they need to start off much better at home in this next one.
Big one tomorrow. The series has been great. I think it's high-level stuff, really good play. Chris Denker on tonight talking NBA Finals, NetScoutsBasketball.com. Chris, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Take care, Nate.
See ya. Chris Denker on South Dakota Sports Talk Show, former D1 college head coach, Colorado State, Santa Clara, pro basketball scout, NetScoutsBasketball.com. Really solid basketball analysis. And he's taking the Knicks still. Took him before the series started. I was giving him a bad time because I'm a Spurs bias guy. But we got a series now. We have a series. Let's go to the text line. Question of the day is on the Brendan Sorsby Texas Tech situation, where if Brendan Sorsby gets to play after admitting to betting on his own team and betting on college football over the years, he's eligible now, and Nebraska's announced they're going to boycott any game on their schedule in any sport against Texas Tech. What do you think of Nebraska boycotting games versus Texas Tech? The right call or stupid? It doesn't matter. Let's go to the text line. Some messages coming in. If you haven't sent one, I'm ready. 605-720-1067. Question of the day. Lister text. Love Nebraska boycotting and other teams. Only way to make a stand. Let's see. Lister text. Betting needs to be a hard line in the sand. Lister text. Nebraska is being un-American. You need to respect our judicial system even if you disagree. No respect for babies like Nebraska's AD. Ouch. Ouch. Tough take. Lister text. Right call. Will any legal or illegal book take bets on Texas Tech football games now? Here's another one. Hawkeye fan and agree with Nebraska. Hey! We're bringing you together. One more. As much money is bet on Husker games, it's important for game integrity, or then they could be sued. Betting is big business. Yeah, so they say we're taking the games off the schedule. I think they're trying to send a message. Will other teams do it? Big 12 met today. So the Big 12 leaders met today, and Brett Yormark said, we had a good discussion. We'll keep it in-house for now. I love that. We had a good discussion. How many times have you guys heard that one at work? We've had a good discussion. Well, we'll take it offline. Good luck. Question of the day. Is Nebraska boycotting games against Texas Tech the right call or grandstanding, as Matt put it? Not Matt Kearney. Not, okay, I don't want to get him in trouble. Mike McFeely's got a take on everything, including this. How about NDSU making their debut in college football, EA Sports 27? Mike McFeely, Inforum.com, coming up from Fargo.
This is the Nate Brown Show.
There's nothing like it. Not for hundreds of miles in any direction. A gathering space for all kinds of people from all kinds of backgrounds. To share, to revel, to stand together and celebrate life's greatest moments.
We are number one, so you can always be their number one. Black Hills Surgical Hospital and Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center. The number one hospital in the nation for major orthopedic surgery.
The summer heat will be here soon, but our hot summer savings sale starts now. Get $1,200 off every door and $800 off every window with no money down, no interest, and no payments for 12 months. Plus an extra 5% off the entire project if purchased on initial consultation. Hurry, this exclusive offer won't last long. Now's the perfect time to upgrade your windows and doors, so grab these hot savings while you can. Call today or visit RBARapidCity.com to book your free estimate.
What do you call a place? It's one of Deadwood's largest casinos, but is it really a casino? Because you can't decide, should I play or eat or wait? There's a liquor-infused ice cream bar? I mean, you're playing craps 1 minute and the next you're looking at a charcuterie board? What even is that? Never mind the gunfight outside, you don't have time for that. You've got espressos to down and games to bet on and a pub with 48 whiskeys? What do you even call a place like that?
I didn't know anything about radon. I didn't know it's a gas you can't see or smell. I didn't know it's radioactive from decaying uranium deep underground. It can seep through cracks in your foundation and collect in your house. 1 in 15 homes have high levels, and you don't know if yours is one of them unless you have your home tested. And radon? Well, radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer in America. I wish I would have known that.
Call Blackburn Foundation Repair for radon testing and mitigation.
There are 1 billion credit card transactions around the world every day. That's 11,698 swipes a second. It's easy to forget that behind each one, there's a person, a family, a dream, a connection being made. The Black Hills Federal Credit Union Visa, for members who want to make the most of every transaction.
Brown Show is South Dakota's sports talk.
Welcome back in across the state. It is always a great day in South Dakota. Summertime in South Dakota, huh? We're ready on a Tuesday. Fox Sports Radio, our affiliates are KWSN Sioux Falls, Fox Sports Rapid City. Welcome you all in. The Nate Brown Show, ready to roll. What a week so far. You got Texas Tech getting boycotted by Nebraska. the huge college sports story. I mean, it's just massive. And then some people are trying to say, well, I don't know, this might be okay. I can't go down that road. I know Mike McFeely has a take on everything when it comes to college sports and more. Maybe even the NBA Finals. I mean, this is a guy who watches the NBA with me. So Mike McFeely is a columnist for Inforum.com. And he's here on the Nate Brown Show tonight. Mike, welcome in. How are you?
I'm hot. It's like 95 degrees in Fargo, so I'm melting. But for you, Nate, I have sucked it up, and I will give you 10 minutes of content.
Here we go.
I'm miserable right now.
Here we go.
So.
Let's go. I was just talking to a guy a couple of weeks ago, and he said North Dakota in the summer, North Dakota weather, it's just absolutely terrible in the winter, and it's terrible in the summer. Is he correct?
No, the summer can be quite pleasant. Winters suck, but the summers can be quite pleasant. It's like it was like 95 in May. And that's a good, right? I mean, what is that? What are we doing here? What's going on? It's supposed to be 65 in May, 75 in June, 85 in July, 85 in August, and then 75 in September.
There you go.
We're not going by the pattern here. I have it all figured out. We're not going by the pattern. There's something going on.
I know, it's wild. So enjoy your summer. I want to get into some stuff here. Let me start with this national story. I just want your take on this. The Texas Tech story that's taken over. Brendan Sorsby admitted to betting on games and his own team. He wasn't playing, but he bet on his own team, and he admitted to it against NCAA rules. He gets banned. He wins a court case, gets an injunction. He's eligible now. Do you believe that he should not play and the NCAA should win this appeal?
Of course he should not play, and of course the NCAA should win the appeal. But the question is whether any of that's going to actually happen. And if it doesn't, then again, I ask the question: what are we doing here? Well, like what the NCAA will cease to exist, which it might anyway, and college sports have absolutely no rules whatsoever. So what are we doing? If a kid can place 9,000 bets worth $90,000, as you said, he wasn't playing, but he bet on his own team. I don't know if it was whether to win or lose. Doesn't matter. If you're going to do that and you're going to admit to it and you're going to play, then there are no rules anymore. I mean, I'm old enough to remember, Nate, when betting on sports as an athlete or coach was an absolute career ender. I mean, done. There's no question.
Yeah.
Everybody agreed. Pete Rose, Hall of Famer, quality career, obviously done. I mean, he was a pariah for decades in Major League Baseball. They used to not play athletic contests, or pro teams would not go to Las Vegas because of the gambling aspect. I mean, Las Vegas clearly deserved pro sports for decades. They never went there because of the gambling aspect to it. And now with the way everything has changed, with the way people are able to gamble on their phones, and media companies, frankly, are being propped up by FanDuel and DraftKings and all this gambling money, there's apparently no rules. And so all you have to do if you break those rules that don't exist apparently is go to a friendly judge who has a Texas Tech degree hanging on their wall, and they will grant you an injunction, and you can play. And oh, by the way, there was a time in America and in college sports where the school would kick you out.
Right.
Where the actual college would say, no, you're done, kid. Sorry, Mike, you bet $5 on the Morehead State Dragons to beat the Southwest State Mustangs. You're done here. Hell, they kicked out two kids from Iowa State for betting $10.
Yes.
On those games. And now, because of Texas Tech and because of all the money involved with a guy like Cody Campbell and all the other things going on in the NCAA and college sports, now you can bet 9,000 times on your own team, and you're still going to play quarterback for Texas Tech because everything sucks.
It is wild. I thought it was a 98% to 2 issue. I thought it was 100% to 0 issue, but There are people saying, well, people are overreacting. This is a college kid making a mistake, and I just can't go down that road. Do you think Nebraska...
Well, no, but the argument against that then is, I mean, you can say that for any infraction on anything. Well, he made a mistake. Well, yeah, that's what breaking the rules is.
Yes,
is making a mistake. If I get off the phone with you and have 9 beers and go driving and get caught as I should, I can say, well, I just made a mistake. Well, of course I did. That's the whole essence of breaking the law is you made a mistake. So that's a silly argument if people are going to make that argument.
Okay, what do you think of Nebraska announcing we're not going to play them in any sports? Their AD said we're not playing them anymore.
Yeah, and that feels like desperation to me. I don't know. I mean, I don't disagree with it, but it feels like desperation. Like they're trying to find some answer to, like, how can we stop this train? Because if Sorsby is able to play, and it's not even about winning or losing, it's about playing the game. What is he doing playing the game? If that happens, it just feels like all the guardrails are gone. And so the Big 12 is reacting in a big way. The former athletic director at North Dakota State, Gene Taylor, who's been at Kansas State now for years, I think he gave Ross Dellinger a quote that included an F word, saying it's a blanking mess. I mean, what's going on here? And so I think Nebraska, like many others, is trying to find a path forward and trying to find some way maybe to wake up Texas Tech and wake up the powers that be and say this kid can't play.
I just wondered if every team did that on their schedule. I guess that might send a message. Every team in the Big 12 this year said we're not playing Texas Tech.
Well, and I think that's what the Big 12 had a meeting yesterday with the commissioner and I think all the presidents, and they didn't come away with anything that they wanted to announce, but that has to be on the table for discussion in the Big 12, right? I mean, you have to, at some point, there has to be rules, and Cody Campbell can't be running the Big 12, and Cody Campbell can't be running college sports, even though he thinks he can and should. That can't happen. There has to be some sort of guidelines and some sort of rules. It's just so stupid. It's so clearly something that shouldn't happen. And the fact that it's just going to be a disaster.
Mike McFeely joining us tonight, columnist for Inforum.com. He's on Twitter at McFeely_Inforum. You'll find him there. Let's go to NDSU. The big story is they are in college football 27 EA Sports. That's the big story. Tell me.
That's a big story for me, who's almost 60 years old and hasn't played a video game in 40 years. But it is. Part of this job, as you know, is trying to see the perspective of other people who may not be like you. And clearly for young people, it's a big deal that North Dakota State is in this college football 27 game by Electronic Arts, I think is the name of the EA Sports.
Will you play it? Will you play it?
Pardon me?
Will you play it?
I will try it, yes, I will. My daughter, who is 25, has a PlayStation. She's into some of these games, has all the stuff, and so I told her to order me this game, and I'll give it a try. I for no other reason than North Dakota State's in it, just to see what it's like, just to see the Fargo Dome. Apparently is not going to look like it actually is. They didn't have enough time to do that, but there's 63 players or something who are going to be in the game from NDSU. It's all part of this, the step up to FBS. I don't know if anybody in Rapid City necessarily cares about NDSU being in a video game, but it is a bigger deal. The athletes are excited about it. And, oh, by the way, there's a financial aspect to it, too. And Missouri State, it turns out, got royalties worth $100,000 last year.
Wow.
As the 69th most played team in this game. And so if Missouri State can make $100,000 off this, I'm guessing NDSU could make $250,000 or something. I don't know, $200,000. I don't know, but they're confident that they can make maybe even mid-six figures, and it all adds up. Because I think the last time I was on, weren't we talking about Tim Pausek's salary being $1 million a year next year? Yeah. Well, if NDSU can somehow wrangle $500,000 out of EA Sports, That's half of Tim Polsick's salary and $500,000 they don't have to worry about.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you who does think it's a big deal in Rapid City is my producer, Matt Kearney. He will be playing.
He's the one that put it out there.
Yes, yes.
He's the one that gave me the heads up on it. So I appreciate that. That was great.
He's all over it. He'll be playing, so he'll be giving NDSU some money. He'll be playing them a lot, I think.
So do you play? I'm going to sound like a 100-year-old guy. Do you play other people?
Yes.
Or do you just play against the game?
Well, you can play against the game, but you can play other people. So, like, you could play Matt Kearney right there.
Oh, God. Oh, I'm in. I'm in. He'll win 120-0, but I'm in. I'm totally in.
He's going to be Boise State. You're going to be NDSU. I'll just put the matchup out. Right now.
Okay. And you're going to be Wyoming.
Yes,
right?
I'll be Wyoming. Yeah. I'll be Wyoming.
Okay.
By the way, Wyoming's picked to finish 6th in the Mountain West by Phil Steele. NDSU 5th. NDSU 5th. Wyoming 6th. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. It seems kind of low to me, but maybe. But I've said this, Nate, to everybody. That's a good thing that we don't know what NDSU is going to do this year. It's fun because in the past we knew they were going to win a minimum of 9 games.
Sure.
You look at the schedule and say they're going to win these 9 games. It's going to come down to 2 games. It's going to come down to South Dakota State and then one other game, and that's it. And that's the way it's going to be for South Dakota State. If you look at their schedule, not through no fault of their own. I mean, they are where they are, which is fine. But I can look at their schedule and say they have 9 wins at least already marked in their schedule.
Right.
And so that's what's fun about this is maybe NDSU finishes 6-6 or 7-5. I don't know how the fan base is going to react to that. I know there's going to be a lot of people in college football chuckling about that if that happens, but that's okay because they'll be fine in FBS. But this is the first time in over a decade where you look at the schedule and go, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are they going to be 6-6 or are they going to be 10-2? I don't know.
I, for one, am interested.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah, I'm interested. I am. Mike McFeely on tonight from Inforum.com. Columnist, follow his work. Inforum here on the Nate Brown Show. Appreciate it, Mike. Thanks a lot.
You bet. Talk to you again.
Thanks a lot. Mike McFeely, Inforum.com. Columnist live from Fargo on South Dakota Sports Talk Show. I got the matchup set. Matt Kearney, he'll have Boise State against Mike McFeely and NDSU. Boy, I'll take Matt there big. And then I'll take Wyoming. Me against Mike because he's NDSU. That'll be a snot knocker. That will be tough. I'm probably not great anymore, but I might be able to be a little better than Mike. Hate to tell you, Mike, I'm a little better than you are at college football. Played it a little more recently. Coming right back, we'll go to the Vikings. I have to go to Minnesota and tell you what Kyler Murray said today and why you should think about this a little bit. Coming up.
This is South Dakota's Sports Talk Show.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, we help all kinds of people get into all kinds of vehicles with loans as unique as them. Trucks, cars, SUVs, we finance them all with local service and rates starting as low as 4.99% APR. That's right, 4.99%. Keep your loan local and find the one that fits you at bhfcu.com. Apply today online or text 605-718-1818 to get started. Offer subject to credit approval. BHFCU is member owned and insured by NCUA.
The following radio ad is good, fun, squad approved.
My name is Jenny, and I'm the lady at the South Dakota Lottery who writes out those big checks for our winners. It's a lot of fun, but we've had so many big winners lately, my hand is tired. There was a $600,000 winner, a $2 million winner, a $4 million winner. That's a lot of zeros, and not normal zeros, big check zeros, and the winning never stops. That's why I'm learning to write with both hands.
Good fun.
Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Play at Tin Lizzy Gaming Resort this summer, and you'll qualify for $25,000 Sizzling Saturdays. 3 players will be drawn every Saturday to grab their share of $25,000 in cash and prizes. Play all month long with the Clubhouse card and earn entries automatically. There are loads of prizes, including up to $5,000 cash, and this month's featured prize, a 42-inch zero-turn lawnmower. It's all happening at Tin Lizzy Gaming Resort, and it's happening all summer long. Learn more at tinlizzy.com.
If you think all shoe stores are the same, you haven't walked into Trav's Outfitter. We have the biggest selection of footwear anywhere. In fact, we dare you to compare. At Trav's, you don't have to sell yourself a pair of shoes. Our team helps you find the right fit for your lifestyle. We may be the newest name on the block in Rapid, but we've been in this game for over 40 years. Come find us in the old Kmart building. Trav's Outfitter, best selection, best service, no BS.
Here's your Fox Sports Rapid City forecast. Lows dip down to about 57. Tonight, under partly cloudy skies, northwesterly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Tomorrow, daytime highs approaching 76. Partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow night, slight chance of rain showers. Lows level off around 48. That's your forecast on the Black Hills Sports Station, Fox Sports Rapid City. Right now, it's 83 degrees.
Kelley Blue Book Instant Cash Offer from Denny Menholt Toyota. Use your phone. It's fast and easy. Pull up our website, click on Value Trade-In, scan your VIN, and tell us about your car. You are on your way to a no-hassle, no-commitment cash offer on your vehicle in under 5 minutes. Bring your vehicle and your Kelley Blue Book Instant Cash Offer to Denny Menholt Toyota and get cash or trade-in credit today. See you soon at Denny Menholt Toyota, Rapid City.
At Connect Home Center, they've been a part of the Mead Lumber family since 2000. Now, they're bringing everything together under one trusted name, Mead Lumber. Don't worry, your favorite team, great service, and high-quality products aren't going anywhere. Connect Home Center is becoming Mead Lumber. Same people, same service, just a new name. From design to finish, here for you every step of the way. Check them out at meadlumber.com.
This is The Nate Brown Show, also streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe to The Nate Brown Show on YouTube.
All right, welcome back in. Appreciate you being here. The Nate Brown Show live, Fox Sports Radio, KWSN, Sioux Falls, and Fox Sports Rapid City. Just getting going, man. We got a full hour left. Jerry Brewer's coming up, columnist for The Athletic. Great first hour talking NBA Finals with Chris Denker, Net Scouts basketball, international basketball scout. Chris Denker on tonight. College football hitter with Mike McFeely moments ago. That's good stuff. I cannot bring myself to be North Dakota State in college football 27. I'm not going to be NDSU in college football 27. Give me a break. I'll leave that to the North Dakotans. Jerry Brewer's coming up, The Athletic. 605-720-1067 is our number, the Pizza Ranch Studio hotline, and also the Barron's Wilson text line. Listener text coming in, same number if you want to text the show, 605-720-1067, and I appreciate you being a part of the conversation every weekday afternoon. Listener text on the text line. How about a Nate Brown, Mike McFeely matchup in college football 27? I mean, I'll do it. I'll do it with Wyoming. My brother played at Wyoming. I'm a big Wyoming fan. I'm a Josh Allen guy. Well, we don't have Josh Allen anymore. You can tell that. But I'll bring Wyoming to the Fargo Dome. Let's do it. Maybe I should bring them to War Memorial Stadium in Laramie. Get you guys outdoors so you're not soft in that dome. Get you outdoors in Wyoming. I'll play that matchup. Lister text on the Texas Tech quarterback being eligible and Nebraska boycotting Texas Tech in all sports today. What do you think of Nebraska's call? Lister text, this is about the integrity of the game, not about this idiot QB. He should never be allowed to play again. Good for Nebraska. All right, keep those coming. What do you think of Nebraska boycotting Texas Tech in all sports to try and send a message about this court ruling that the QB, after betting on his own team over the years, can play this year for Texas Tech? What do you think of Nebraska announcing they're boycotting all of their games in any sport if they're on the schedule against Texas Tech? You tell me on the text line. Also tell me what you think about this. So Kyler Murray and J.J. McCarthy were tossing the ball around today. They were doing some reps, right? They're getting after it. They don't have much time here, guys. I mean, you got Kyler's trying to learn all this stuff. It's crunch time. You're going to come out of this offseason stuff right into training camp here in a couple of months. I mean, you got a short amount of time to get this thing going. And Kyler Murray was asked after practice today, what's the toughest part about adjusting to Minnesota's offense here? You know, he's coming in with Kevin O'Connell. What's the toughest part about adjusting to Minnesota's offense for Kyler Murray? And here's what he said. Listen closely. Kyler Murray, toughest part, having to split reps. Me already being behind, not getting the amount of reps you would typically want a guy to get to learn the offense. That's the toughest part. Well, who's he splitting reps with? JJ, who you can't treat as the number one QB. So I'm just coming at you objectively here. I'm a Broncos guy. I'm not a Vikings guy, so I'm trying to be fair to you guys. You need Kyler Murray to be up to speed quickly. JJ's had his shot. JJ's going to be the backup. Kyler's the starter. So if you want Kyler to turn this thing up for you Vikings this year, he's got a tough division, man. He's got to be ready to go. We can't be pretending here in OTAs and this offseason stuff that, we're being fair. It's not about fair here. This is about trying to make the Vikings into a competitor for this year. So that was interesting. He wasn't taking a shot, but he was saying, I'm having to split reps here. I'm already behind. I'm not getting the amount of reps you'd normally get as the number one. They're trying, it's even for JJ and Kyler. We're making it even. I'm just here to tell you right here, right now, Kyler Murray is the starter. He will be the starter game one, end of story. And why are you sacrificing his ability to be better in this offense and learn just to make JJ happy? This isn't happy. This isn't roses and fluffy pancakes. This is time to play. So you can't be doing that. You can't be splitting reps and pretending. And Kyler's already trying to say the toughest part of adjusting to the offense, he's not getting enough work. And Kevin O'Connell said today after practice, we don't have much time here. I'll let you know who's going to be the starter. He said, we got a plan. I'll let you know. Kevin, I know the plan. I'm here in South Dakota. I know the plan. Just say the plan. It's Kyler. He's a former number one pick. He's a Pro Bowler. He's done some things. He's a veteran. He's the guy. Put him in. Let JJ get some reps whenever. This isn't about equal opportunity stuff. Vikings can be a team. And we're just pretending like we're going to be fair. Let's see. Listener text coming in. I don't agree with it, but Kevin O'Connell has said all along there will be a QB competition. Well, I know, and that's the thing. I mean, Kevin's pretty PC, right? Politically correct. He's not going to ruffle feathers. That's the guy, we drafted JJ. We still believe in him and stuff like this. I'm just sitting here from South Dakota. I'm looking at this Vikings thing going, the J.J. McCarthy thing's over. I know he hasn't had a great shot. I understand the injury, not much last year, more injuries last year. The ballgame's over. It's over. The J.J. McCarthy experience is over, but Kevin's trying to pretend it's not. That's what it is. Let's see. Listener text. What happened at minicamp? Kyler Murray. I heard about this today. He threw, what did he throw 2 interceptions on his first couple of passes? Oh, he threw 2 interceptions. I'm not going to be worried about that yet. Get him in there. Let him throw. He's the number one guy. So mark it down on the Nate Brown Show today. We'll have Matt Kearney mark this down. Mark it down. Kyler Murray will be the starter. End of story. And we're just still trying to pretend like we're trying to be nice to JJ. This is pro football. This isn't nice stuff anymore. One more listener text. What do we got? Listener text. NDSU Bison soft? Are you saying the NDSU Bison are soft? I'm just telling you, they think it's going to be a walk in the park. The Mountain West, nobody's too good in the Mountain West. They're going to win the whole thing. Get back to me here in October. Let's see how we're doing. So let's be careful before we crown them. You want to crown them? I'm not going to crown them yet. Not in the Mountain West. Last one. Listener text, I'm a Nebraska fan, and I'm being serious when I say this. Texas Tech would beat the crap out of Nebraska. Nebraska is more about avoiding a butt whooping than they are about the integrity issue. Well, football, yes. But Nebraska's doing fine in all the other sports, and they're boycotting them in every sport. They're boycotting Texas Tech in every sport. Okay, I want to get into the South Dakota sports issue. We touched on it last night, and I'm gonna redo this tonight to make sure you're aware of what's going on in South Dakota high school sports and see how passionate you are about this. Maybe it's a nothing burger. I don't know. We'll get into it next.
This is the Nate Brown Show.
Mom, can we please go to Watiki Indoor Water Park Resort?
Watiki? What's so special about it?
Are you kidding? It's got slides, fountains, a lazy river, everything. And it's just a short drive to Rapid City. If we stay at one of the hotels, we get water park passes for free.
Wow, you really did your homework. Okay, what do you say we pack our swimsuits and hit Watiki this weekend?
Yes, best mom ever.
Unlock your adventure at WatikiWaterPark.com.
Time to get the groceries for this weekend's cookout. You pick out the best quality grass-fed ground beef and the finest all-natural hot dogs. And then you almost blow it when you hit the bread aisle and reach for the Mad Buns just because they're national brand. Don't do it. Upgrade to locally baked Village Hearth hot dog and hamburger buns. They're soft, fresh, and sturdy enough for toppings that mean business. Success! Village Hearth. Because when the bun's that good, everything you put in it just tastes better.
No one comes close to the selection of whiskey and bourbon than your Mr. Liquor stores in Rapid City. And this month you can save $6 off a $7.50 bottle of Pendleton, now $18.99. Or choose the big 175-liter bottle of Pendleton for only $45.99. Plus save $8 off a handle of Crown Royal for just $46.99. Price is good at both Mr. Liquor stores in Rapid City. Off Cadtron next to Walmart, or the original Mr. Liquor on the corner of West Chicago and Sturgis Road in Rapid City.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
KIMM Rapid City and K294BT Rapid City, the Black Hills Sports Station, 106.7 FM and 1150 AM. Fox Sports Rapid City.
We all know life's busy, and if you get sick, you can get behind pretty quick. That's where Black Hills Urgent Care comes in. No appointments needed, no long waits, just fast, affordable care to get you feeling better quicker. Black Hills Urgent Care has 2 locations in Rapid City on Haynes Avenue and Mountain View Road. You can simply check in online at bhucare.com. That's with the letter U, bhucare.com. When you need care, see the team at Black Hills Urgent Care, the faster way to get better.
Hanging with Brian from Anytime Auto Sales. I see new models of stand-up and teardrop campers on your lot.
Yes, you do. We're proud to feature the new SGC Armor line of campers from Bontrager Outdoors. Bang for the buck, there's just nothing out there like these new super cool Armor campers and Bontrager teardrops.
And the suspension these campers have? Wow, so impressive.
All our campers come standard with the off-road package. Bontrager and Armor just ramped boondocking up another notch. And right now, you'll get the best price all year on these 2026 ultra-light, ultra-beefy, option-loaded campers and teardrops.
You gotta check out these new look campers, people. The new designs are fantastic, and so many options for their size.
And so many options for towing. No need for a diesel or a big truck. These only weigh around 1,500 to 2,000 pounds, so they can be towed by almost any rig.
Check out these new 2026 Bontrager and SGC Armor campers, everyone. See anytime.com, and as always at the corner of Highway 79 and East Minnesota.
Anytime Auto Sales.
This is the Nate Brown Show. From the biggest national names to the hottest stories across South Dakota. Welcome to the Nate Brown Show. Here's your host, Nate Brown.
All right, fun stuff tonight. Thanks for being here on a Tuesday. Thought-provoking sports talk. A little fun. South Dakota Sports Talk Show live. It's always a great day in South Dakota. Thanks for hanging in. Second hour. Good stuff coming up. Jerry Brewer live, national columnist for The Athletic. He's covered numerous NBA finals. He's on tonight. We'll talk NBA finals, and I want to get his read on the big college sports story of the week, the Brendan Sorsby situation, Texas Tech. Jerry Brewer, really thoughtful, great writer, good columnist for The Athletic. He's coming up. We'll go to Todd Kolb tonight. He's the Sanford Sports Academy director, and some new things popping in the Black Hills with Sanford Sports. And we're going to get Todd Kolb on, talk about that whole development and where we're at. So Todd Kolb coming up, Sanford Sports Academy. A lot to discuss. The Nate Brown Show on tonight, KWSN Sioux Falls and Fox Sports Rapid City. Listener text line, 605-720-1067. You can hit us there. And the Pizza Ranch Studio hotline, 605-720-1067. You can hit us there, powered by the Pizza Ranch in Brandon and East 10th Street, Sioux Falls, home of everyone's favorite buffet. It is the Pizza Ranch, locally owned and operated. By the way, we're having a little fun today. Mike McFeely was our guest in the first hour, columnist for Inforum out of Fargo. And I'm being asked to challenge him in College Football 27. I'm being asked on the listener text line to challenge him now that North Dakota State's in the big leagues. And they've made the game. If it's in the game, it's in the game. And they're in the game. The Bison, they're officially in College Football EA Sports 27. And I've been asked to challenge Mike McFeely to a game playing each other. And I find this to be interesting. And I'm curious. I mean, I haven't played college football in how long? I don't know. I used to play that a lot. That was my, what do you call it, wild time as a young man. It was wild time. College football marathons, yes, just a great time. When's the last time I played college football EA Sports? It went away there for a long stretch. So it went away for a long stretch. I can't even remember when it really came back just a couple of years ago with this NIL stuff, right? So I can't remember the last time I played like Madden, college football, so I'm going to have to brush up on this. Have you guys, can you text in and tell me if you play Madden? Have you played College Football 27? I might need some clues. Matt Kearney will help me. I know he'll get me up to speed. He can get this done. But I got to get up to speed. I've kind of been missing on the video game front for I don't know, seriously, 16 years? I've been missing I'm an old man, I understand. Let me get into the South Dakota sports news and see where people land on this. I'd like to know where you land on this because I'm a parent. I'm a sports parent like many of you. This hasn't crossed my mind, but I've seen national stories on this over the last few months. Now South Dakota's in this category, and I've talked to players involved in this, meaning I'm not talking high school players, but players, meaning the Activities Association, is this happening at all? And so this is about this redshirt year, this reclassing year. So there are national stories. I've seen it all over the past few months about parents that have taken a baseball player and let him repeat the 8th grade so then he can be even better for high school sports. So what happens here in South Dakota is, you guys have seen this, there might be a 7th grader or an 8th grader that already plays high school sports. I mean, it happens quite a bit. Some of the big schools. I know it's happening in Rapid City. I've seen it happen at some of the smaller schools. Sioux Falls doesn't have that, so they're not involved on that front, the 7th, 8th grade thing, as far as I know. But this is happening where middle schoolers can get high school eligibility. And then what if they get held back as the 7th grader or 8th grader, then they get another year? They've already played as a 7th grader. Maybe they get held back. They're going to play another year, so they get extra years for high school sports. And South Dakota is trying to put a stop to that. There is an amendment that's been voted on by the school boards, And 100 school boards have voted yes to say no red shirt / reclassification years for 7th and 8th graders. This is through public meeting minutes that have been published here, so there might be more schools that have said this. And this is now going to go to this board meeting that's coming up. So that would mean parents cannot say, hey, I've had an 8th grader who's already played high school. We've decided to repeat the 8th grade, and we're just going to keep it like it's clean, and we're going to play high school sports for another 5 years. This rule would say, no, your eligibility is going to run out when you hit to be a senior. And so, I mean, those types of families are going to be up in arms on this. So I think South Dakota's trying to get out in front saying, is reclassing becoming a thing? I'm just going to tell you, I think this rule is fine. Maybe that upsets some people. I think the rule, as South Dakota's trying to say it, is fine. I'm not going to get into the big debate tonight. Well, why do parents do this? I've seen the guy from New York who did it for baseball. I saw the story. I've heard about the parent who's done it for wrestling. Yeah, they're not physically ready. They're not as big. They need to repeat. I've seen the stories where it comes in and say, well, this isn't about sports. It's about academics and just not being ready and not being mature. So everybody has their reasons. It must be happening enough that South Dakota's saying, I don't know if we need to do an extra year of high school eligibility if your 7th and 8th graders already played. So that's what this is about. They're not trying to stop you from reclassing for academics. They can't tell you, hey, your son or daughter needs to do 7th grade over or 8th grade over, and you think that's better for her or his academic journey. That's fine. But if they're an athlete and they played high school sports already, they're not going to get an extra year like nothing happened. So this is about an eligibility issue. I don't know how passionate people are on it. I'm fine with the rule of South Dakota saying, hey, you just get straight across the board 7th, 8th, and then your freshman through senior year for high school sports. That's it. It doesn't matter if you reclass, why you reclass. If you're an athlete, you get those 6 years. Is 6 years good enough? I think it's fine. So South Dakota's saying 6 years is good enough. I'm good with that. I don't know if people are going to say, oh, no, you should be able to reclass and still do it because you're technically an 8th grader still. Oh, no, you were an 8th grader, played high school sports, repeating 8th grade. You're not going to get an extra year. I never even dreamed of that with my 2 daughters. I never even dreamed of it. So I'm not in that category of, man, I wonder if we should have done this, and then we might have been in a better spot for this. I didn't dream of it. I think 6 years is fine, and I think we lose kind of why we're doing school and why we're doing high school sports. Oh, come on, Nate. Don't be naive. Yeah, don't be naive. Just remember, very few are going to be college stars. Very few. And I think most parents think early on, we're all going to be college stars. Hardly anybody's college stars. Just enjoy your experience in school and high school sports. I think that's still possible. Jerry Brewer's next, columnist for The Athletic, coming up next.
This is the Nate.
There's nothing like it. Not for hundreds of miles in any direction. A gathering space for all kinds of people from all kinds of backgrounds. To share, to revel, to stand together and celebrate life's greatest moments.
We are number one, so you can always be their number one. Black Hills Surgical Hospital and Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center. The number one hospital in the nation for major orthopedic surgery.
The summer heat will be here soon, but our hot summer savings sale starts now. Get $1,200 off every door and $800 off every window with no money down, no interest, and no payments for 12 months. Plus an extra 5% off the entire project if purchased on initial consultation. Hurry, this exclusive offer won't last long. Now's the perfect time to upgrade your windows and doors, so grab these hot savings while you can. Call today or visit RBARapidCity.com to book your free estimate.
What do you call a place? It's one of Deadwood's largest casinos, but is it really a casino? Because you can't decide, should I play or eat or wait, there's a liquor-infused ice cream bar? I mean, you're playing craps one minute and the next you're looking at a charcuterie board? What even is that? Never mind the gunfight outside, you don't have time for that. You've got espressos to down and games to bet on and a pub with 48 whiskeys? What do you even call a place like that?
I didn't know anything about radon. I didn't know it's a gas you can't see or smell. I didn't know it's radioactive from decaying uranium deep underground. It can seep through cracks in your foundation and collect in your house. 1 in 15 homes have high levels, and you don't know if yours is one of them unless you have your home tested. And radon? Well, radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer in America. I wish I would have known that.
Call Blackburn Foundation Repair for radon testing and mitigation.
Are there as many kinds of vehicles as there are kinds of people? We think so. At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, we help all kinds of people come together with all kinds of vehicles. With loans made to fit everyone and every ride.
Peace of mind that your next pre-owned vehicle is the best it can be, you want Honda True, and you only find it at Danny Manholt Rushmore Honda. Our Honda certified pre-owned vehicles are thoroughly inspected and backed by 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage, up to 2 complimentary oil changes, 24/7 roadside assistance, inspection report, and 3-day exchange. You simply can't buy the wrong vehicle. Search our inventory at honda-true.com or see us at Denny Manholt Rushmore Honda.
Your sports, your show. From East River to West River, this is South Dakota's sports talk show, The Nate Brown Show.
All right, talking high school to college to the pros every day on the Nate Brown Show. It's South Dakota Sports Talk Show across the state on our Fox Sports Radio affiliates. Great stations. Fox Sports Rapid City, welcome in Western South Dakota and the Black Hills. Also on KWSN, Fox Sports Sioux Falls. Love East River. Hey, I do. I love you guys, East River. You know that. Jerry Brewer's on tonight, columnist for The Athletic. He's covered some NBA Finals over his career. What does he think of this one? Knicks up 2-1. I'm a Spurs biased guy. I've admitted it. I've enjoyed the Spurs. I started watching them last year. I thought, man, these guys are going to be something. Then this year I've been really plugged in on the Spurs. So I'm not a Spurs homer. I enjoy the Spurs. I took the Spurs in 6. Can they get this done, or is it the Knicks? Let's get into the finals. Highly rated game 2 the other night. Highest rated since 2018. Jerry, welcome in. How are you?
I'm doing all right, man. Just packing my bag and headed to L.A. for the World Cup.
I love it. I want to get into that. Hang on. So it's a fun time right now. Let me ask you about this NBA Finals just from 30,000 feet. Knicks, Spurs, Wemby, star power, huge market. Is this the biggest NBA Finals in quite some time to you?
Absolutely. I mean, somehow it's bigger than the Warriors with KD versus LeBron and the Cavs, just because it's not a mismatch, right? Like, I can't remember the last time the NBA Finals had, well, first of all, like the New York market, it's been 27 years, and a really compelling, interesting Knicks team, and then this young star, right? Like, I'm watching this, imagining, hey, maybe was this what it was like in 1980 with Magic? Except Magic had Kareem on his team, right? Like, is I vividly remember as a kid what it was like when it was Jay's first finals against Magic Johnson and the Lakers, and some of the other greats like the Shaq and Kobe. That matchup was a mismatch. It wasn't great when they played the Pacers and beat them in 6 for their first championship. But I'm thinking of all those seminal moments with like players that you're like, hey, this person has it. Like if they can just put longevity behind what they do, they're going to be one of the legends of the game. And that's how I feel about Wemby. And so, it's the most compelling one that I can think of in the last 10, 15, 20 years. And I'm an NBA guy. I mean, I find reason for everything to be compelling.
Okay, you sound like Wemby can be the face of the NBA. I've talked to you about this, the generational talent, the whole thing. So Karl Anthony Towns has taken it to him for the most part. Cat didn't score in the fourth quarter last night. So Wemby had a huge game last night, his best of the finals. But can Karl Anthony Towns, are you surprised that he's able to do what he's done? I feel like he's given him problems here.
He's given him problems. I'm not surprised. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns is a perennial all-star, a former number 1 overall pick. We've had a million problems with him because he's a good player, very good player, but not to the level of like all NBA every year.
Yeah.
But he's always been capable of this. And we tend to forget, like I think our anticipation, and we could have a conversation, I don't want to go off on too much of a tangent, but we could have a huge conversation about this with Caitlin Clark. But our anticipation of things as sports fans always comes way ahead of the reality. A year, if not 2 years, sometimes 3 years ahead. And so I think that there's so much hype around Wemby that we forget he's a 22-year-old player, only in his 3rd NBA season. Last year he had the whole thrombosis thing where he missed the last, third of the year.
Yeah.
This is his first playoff run, and he's already in the finals, and he is an unfinished face of the league, right? Like, there's a lot of improvement that, Wemby has to have. And Nate, it kind of reminds me of young Tiger Woods. And remember, I mean, this was, kind of consistent throughout all of Tiger's career, but especially when he was young, hey, this guy can hit it a mile, but is he going to hit it straight, right? Or is he going to always be, grinding? That was always a question with Tiger, right? I think of Serena and just, power, athleticism, but, what about some of the finesse to her game? She could get beat when she was young. LeBron couldn't shoot the damn ball until after the Dallas Mavericks embarrassed him in the 2011 finals, and then he smoothed out his game. With everyone, there is this evolution, even if you break through first. And I felt like at 2002, Nate, everyone was looking at Wemby and saying, man, that dude ain't the truth. And a lot of that's I wanted to tell the people on my text chains and just the people on social media and everything, the problem is that you guys don't pay attention to it as much as I do. And I'm not trying to be arrogant about that, but I'm watching a lot more than you, and you're just watching him on the big stage.
Yeah. And
you're trying to make just this grand opinion on just this really small sample size. But this is pretty consistent with who Wemby is. But he's just a phenomenal talent, and already one of the top 5 players in the game. And his ceiling, he's not anywhere near his ceiling. And that's where the excitement level comes in. The excitement level isn't that, already he's at the Jordan LeBron level as we remember them.
Sounds like you're on some text chains like I'm on when it comes to the finals. Okay, I'm going to add you to my thread for my buddies, and maybe you can straighten some people out. Jerry Brewer on tonight, the Athletic columnist. Good to have him. So do you think the Knicks are still in control? This is a big one tomorrow night. I thought that was massive. Last night, obviously, you had to have it for the Spurs. Otherwise, it's lights out. What about tomorrow? The Knicks in control?
Yes and no. Mathematically, they're still in control. It's very much someone who broke serve in tennis twice, right? And they've already had their serve break, and so it's not one until the Spurs can get it back to 2-2. But there are a lot of things that I look in this series, Nate, and just wonder, like, hey, I think the Spurs are better than them, but they're just really young and they haven't been through the wars and they have messed some things up. Like, and you could make an argument that the Spurs should be up 2-1.
Yeah.
And both of the games that they lost, they had double-digit, 14-point leads, things like that, and they were just they just blew them at home. They weren't ready for the big time. When Wemby's on the floor, right? Like, look at the shooting percentage of the Knicks. I think they're like 59% when Wemby's off the floor versus like nowhere. I mean, like barely 40% or something when he's on the floor. And so you look at that and you're like, all right, I always look at it as like, how many pathways does each team have to win? And there's a certain kind of game that the Knicks have to play to win. And I think there are like 4 or 5 different scenarios and games in which the Spurs can win, but they're so dang young that they hadn't been able to like tap into that resourcefulness. And it was a big deal in Game 3. And I think it would have been a bigger deal if they had like beat them by 25 or 30 and like really had that confidence boost. But I think it was better for them to have to grind one out and win that way. And the thing that's concerning me more than anything is the Spurs have done a really good job corralling Brunson, and the Knicks have played well behind him. But now what they're doing, especially with their physicality on Brunson, is they're kind of putting him in a situation in which he feels like he has to fight in a phone booth. And, all right, Brunson, you might be able to get 30, but you're going to shoot 12 for 30. And if you shoot 12 for 30, that means Cat's not scoring any points in the fourth quarter. He hasn't scored a single point in the fourth quarter this series, right? And that means if you're not connected to the rest of the team, it makes like Bridges, it's hard for Bridges to get his offense going. It's hard for OG to get his offense going. It's hard for Josh Hart or Landry Shaman or anybody else. I think the game is sorely morphing in that way where it's they're kind of goading the Spurs, Jalen Brunson, into playing more of a one-on-one, or in this case, like a one-on-3 type of game. And if he can't find a way to get his teammates involved, I mean, I think the Spurs are sitting on one where they might beat them by double digits in Game 4.
Game 4 coming up tomorrow in New York. It will be massive. This NBA Finals has been huge. Jerry Brewer talking tonight's columnist for The Athletic. He'll be covering the World Cup. It launches this week. You're going to L.A., so before I let you run, I got to get a World Cup question. What is the storyline? To me, it's got to be the U.S. men's national team. Can they get out of this group? They really should, right? What's the headline for the World Cup? I know in the U.S., the whole big picture thing, too.
Yeah, I mean, I think the question is, like, what kind of host will the U.S. be when we are really, like, looking inward and kind of doing a stiff arm to the rest of the world, but we're supposed to open up our arms and, like, be a great host? Like, that's a question. In terms of just, like, the soccer, does this particular U.S. team have what it takes to inspire the way the 94 team did? Can they make a run? Can they get to the round of 16? Can they get to the quarters? I even saw some people were predicting maybe this is an opportunity for them to get to the semis, right? And I don't know that they're that good. And I think like the rest of the world is so good, and this is such a interesting, well-balanced World Cup. But I think those are the questions. Like, especially when we're so distracted with so many other things, whether it's our 250th celebration on the 4th of July or the UFC fight at the White House, one of the most compelling NBA finals that we've had. I think a pretty good hockey in the Stanley Cup finals as well.
Yeah.
Can it captivate America's attention? I think we started to see signs of like how everybody's just going to lock in come Friday. I think you saw it by like the enthusiasm of their goodbye exhibition in Chicago against Germany.
Yes,
and all in all, I think Team USA looked pretty good against a great team. So that's all the stuff that we're wondering about as we go in.
Jerry Brewer covering the World Cup. He's on his way for the coverage. The Athletic. Great to have him. Enjoy it, Jerry. We'll be following it. I appreciate you hopping in. Thanks a lot.
All right, anytime, man.
Thanks a lot. Jerry Brewer, national columnist for The Athletic, theathletic.com. For the coverage, he's going to L.A. for the World Cup. U.S. men's national team against Paraguay Friday night. What are the odds on Polymarket for the NBA Finals? Who are people saying is going to win and how long? Knicks still holding 29%. Knicks in 6. 25% of the market. Spurs in 7. Look out. Sanford Sports launching some Black Hills opportunities. What's this all about for your kids? Todd Kolb, Sanford Sports Director of their Academy side, coming up.
This is South Dakota's Sports Talk Show.
All kinds of vehicles, all kinds of loans, all as low as 4.99% APR. At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, we're here to help all kinds of people, just like you. Get moving. From truck drivers to van warriors, we got the right loan to fit your style with rates as low as 4.99% APR. Wherever the road takes you, start with BHFCU. Apply today at bhfcu.com or text or call 605-718-1818.
Offer subject to credit approval. BHFCU is member-owned and insured by NCUA.
At Splash City, we think there's a time for everything. There's work time, there's play time, and there's your time. Splash City specializes in your time. Spas for you and your friends. Beautiful gas fireplaces that can be used almost anywhere, bringing warmth to the night or letting you be alone with your thoughts. Splash City. Rest, relax, enjoy.
Take your Deadwood stay to the next level at Tin Lizzie Gaming Resort. Choose Hampton by Hilton or 4 Points by Sheridan, both just steps from the Main Street action. Then play in our 24/7 casino, bet every buzzer beater at the BetMGM Sportsbook, and taste your way through 6 unique dining options. With non-stop events, next-level casino promotions, and everything under one roof on historic Main Street, plan your getaway at tinlizzie.com, where your getaway goes to the next level.
Have you ever really thought about how important your front door, and every entry door into your home for that matter, really is? That door provides security for your family and so much more. The wait is over. Ensemble Doors by Renewal by Andersen have arrived. These awesome secure doors have timeless style, elegant features. They can be customized countless ways with the legendary quality of Renewal by Andersen. Right now, Renewal by Andersen is offering an incredible value on Ensemble entry doors. You get 20% off every Ensemble entry door. No money down, no interest, no payments for 12 months. No payments for a year. Ensemble entry doors by Renewal by Andersen are just so much better. They're built with the best quality materials, including Renewal by Andersen's exclusive Fibrex, which has been tested to deliver enhanced security, certified performance, and lasting beauty. Please visit RBARapidCity.com now. That's RBARapidCity.com to book your free estimate. Ensemble entry doors, the wait is over.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Ready to be part of something big? Meet the Rapid City Sports Commission, the powerhouse behind sports in Rapid City. The commission focuses on bringing regional and national tournaments, supporting homegrown events, and creating opportunities for our kids. But it's not just games, it's a win-win for all of us. Youth sports fuel our economy. Hosting events in Rapid City means out-of-town families shop, dine, and stay with us, which boosts sales tax revenues too. To get in on the action, visit rcsportscommission.com, where we're all about the hustle.
You're listening to The Nate Brown Show, also streaming right now on X. Follow us and watch the show live at Nate Brown Show.
All right, welcome back in. Glad you're here. South Dakota Sports Talk Show, live across the state. Listening on KWSN in Sioux Falls. We appreciate you. Weekday afternoons on Fox Sports Radio. Also, Fox Sports Rapid City. We are live. Remember, you can stream us also on YouTube. The Nate Brown Show. Find our YouTube channel. You've got us there. The Nate Brown Show on YouTube. Well, this is exciting for Black Hills athletes. Sanford Sports launching some stuff, so I think there's more to come. I think this is just the start. And this stuff's starting up tomorrow, by the way. Sanford Sports launching some free clinics. I was looking at this. Volleyball, basketball for youth athletes. Todd Kolb is the Sanford Sports Academy's director, and he joins us on the Nate Brown Show tonight. Todd, welcome in. How are you?
Nate, hey, good to be here. We appreciate you giving us this opportunity, and we are excited to be here in the Hills area, in Rapid City specifically, and hopefully helping some young kids enjoy the great games of basketball and volleyball.
Okay, I like that. So I got to say, my daughter will be there, so we signed up for this. I thought, hey, you can't beat that free clinic. You're going to get some basketball work in. She's going to do the basketball side, not the volleyball side. But I guess just your goal overall, if you're introducing yourself to the Black Hills, I think people in Sioux Falls have seen the development, the growth, the opportunities. What are you trying to tell folks here in the Black Hills with opportunities like this?
Yeah, well, thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity to kind of share that message because it is an important message. You know, we are a healthcare network. We're also actively involved, of course, in youth sports, and the main reason that we're in the sports realm is to hopefully improve the communities in which we reside and live and provide healthcare. And sports has been great for so many of us. It's a way for us to connect. It's a way to get kids outside, to get them active, get them off the couch. It's an opportunity for mom and dad to watch their kids do something, grandma or grandpa to maybe watch a grandchild. And so we're just really excited to be out here in the Rapid City community and, hopefully helping provide those opportunities, for the kids who, maybe picked up a basketball and love the game or maybe just new to the game.
Okay, so here's how it's going to go down. So people knowing, maybe some parents are driving and saying, wait, I didn't know about this. I didn't hear about this. This is the opportunity. You're doing this at Rapid City Stevens and Rapid City Central. Now, I did see maybe a volleyball clinic was filled up. You can get on the wait list. But I think there's some opportunities left. So what are these? What are you doing tomorrow?
Yeah, so tomorrow we're at both schools. We're at Rapid City Stevens and Rapid City Central. We've got a rotation going between basketball and volleyball at both of the high schools there, and we're doing this kind of in partnership with the schools also. They're both of those are partner schools for Sanford Health. And, you can go to Sanford Sports, for all of the information, but they're starting at 9 o'clock. They go from 9 to 10:30, and then we got a second session going from 11 to 12:30, and it's kind of a rotation. We got the younger kids at one time, the 5th to 7th graders, and then we've got kind of the 8th, the 12th graders, kind of the high school group at another time. And so volleyball is pretty much sold out. There were a couple basketball spots still left, and so, we've had a great response to it, and we're just excited to be here.
Okay, Todd Kolb on tonight, Sanford Sports Academy's director. They're launching their Black Hills camps. These are free, Stevens and Central volleyball and basketball camps. It's going on tomorrow. Now, I kind of threw this out there, Todd. I'm like, well, this is probably not just the last thing you're going to do. Kind of overall vision here, and maybe there's going to be more to come, but it seems like there's going to be some of these opportunities you're hoping coming up.
Yeah, this is kind of we did something a couple years ago, but this is kind of our first real introduction to the community. We've got all of our full-time staff out here. We got 10 full-time staff members out here representing Sanford in some form or fashion for our youth activities and things like that. And it's our first kind of step into just introducing ourselves to the community. And leadership is working on a lot of great plans of how we can be out here more often and do some of those types of things. And there's a lot of things in the work. That's about all I can say around that, and we're just excited to do what we can to help the community and to help grow sports in the area, and just mostly provide opportunities for the families and the kids who live in the Rapid City and all of the Black Hills region.
There could be more to come. They're getting started. Sanford Sports Academy, these free clinics, volleyball and basketball tomorrow at Stevens and Central. And you guys have done Sioux Falls. I've covered this, Todd, and I think it's a big thing as far as where Sioux Falls has been in youth sports from 15 years ago, 20 years ago to now. Do you believe it's this type of stuff that got started years and years ago that ended up seeing where Sioux Falls sports is at now?
Yeah, there's just so many wonderful opportunities, within the community of Sioux Falls. We're also actively involved in Fargo, and we're really building out some great things out there already. We got volleyball there, we got basketball there, we've got golf going on there. And we're hoping to bring some of those things, certainly to the Black Hills region as well. We've already got some things happening out here also, in addition to kind of the free clinics and stuff that we're talking about here this evening. We do have our sports performance team is already integrally involved within the high schools at Stevens and Central and Sturgis. We've got a sports nutritionist who's coming out to speak at those high schools, next week. And so we are actively pursuing these opportunities. And like I said earlier, just to reiterate to the community, the mission here is to provide opportunities for these kids who maybe they love the game and it's their real passion, or they just want to be introduced to the game. That's why the Academy is here, and that's why Sanford Sports does what it does across the region.
Excited about it. We'll be there tomorrow. I hope people enjoy it. There's maybe a few spots left on the basketball side of things. If you want to go to the Stevens side or the Central side, Sanford Sports Academy, you can find it. Black Hills Academy Clinics. Athletes in grades 5 through 12 can train in basketball and volleyball. It's a free clinic tomorrow. Some basketball slots available last time I checked. Todd Kolb on tonight from Sanford Sports, the Academy's director. Todd, good to have you. We'll talk to you again. I appreciate it.
Hey, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you for the opportunity.
You bet. Todd Kolb on tonight, Sanford Sports Academy director. 2 free clinics. I should say at Stevens and at Central, and they're doing volleyball and basketball. So that's tomorrow. You want to check it out? Sanford Sports. Search for it, and then look up the free Academy clinics in the Black Hills. Some basketball slots still open, I saw, and it's free. I'm living proof. I signed up. It said, "This one's on us." Hey, thanks for playing. I like it. Who's hot and who's not? Coming up, who has the number 1 jersey in the NFL in sales right now? Number 1 on the way.
This is the Nate Brown Show.
Mom, can we please go to Watiki Indoor Water Park Resort?
Watiki? What's so special about it?
Are you kidding? It's got slides, fountains, a lazy river, everything. And it's just a short drive to Rapid City. If we stay at one of the hotels, we get water park passes for free.
Wow, you really did your homework. Okay, what do you say we pack our swimsuits and hit Watiki this weekend?
Yes, best mom ever.
Unlock your adventure at WatikiWaterpark.com.
How do you make a buffet day even better? Make it a play day. The Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade is your place for good food and good times. Won the big game? Make it a play day. Aced your test? Make it a play day. Just need to get out of the house? Make it a play day. The Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade has all your favorites and all kinds of fun. So bring your family, bring your friends, bring your team. For good food and good times, make it a buffet day and a play day at the Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade.
Hi, this is David Brenneman with Coldwell Banker, Black Hills Legacy in Rapid City. Have you thought about buying a home or real estate in the Black Hills? Maybe you want to upgrade to your forever home? I have been helping people in the Black Hills find the right home for nearly 20 years. When it comes to buying or selling, experience matters. Let me do the work, and you can open the door to your new home. Say hello to a good buy with me, David Brenneman. To get started, just Google David Brenneman, Coldwell Banker.
Here's your Fox Sports Rapid City forecast. Lows dip down to about 57. Tonight, under partly cloudy skies, northwesterly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Tomorrow, daytime highs approaching 76. Partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow night, slight chance of rain showers. Lows level off around 48. That's your forecast on the Black Hills Sports Station, Fox Sports Rapid City. Currently, it's 80 degrees.
Let's be honest. Most big shoe stores just point you to a wall and they wish you luck. Not at Trav's Outfitter. We actually help you find the right fit. From boots to athletics or casuals, no matter what you do, we'll help you find the right pair. Stop out to win Luke Bryan tickets, and you can find us in the old Kmart building. Trav's Outfitter, best selection, best service, no BS.
Ever since Barron's Wilson Funeral Home first opened their doors in Rapid City 140 years ago, they have continued to make personal service their number one priority. In your time of grief, they offer a personal touch by being at your side through every step of the funeral process. They answer difficult questions and guide you toward other professional services you may need. See for yourself the wide variety of services they can provide for you by visiting their website at barronswilson.com.
If you're in the market for a vehicle right now, you probably have noticed it's sometimes hard to find the right one. That's where Summit Automotive Group steps in. Stacy and Matt and their staff working hard to get a great selection of pre-owned vehicles at affordable prices. At Summit Automotive, they have a different outlook on selling you a vehicle. You'll experience stress-free shopping, friendly, honest service with no high-pressure sales gimmicks. Before you buy, drop by East Highway 44, SummitAutoGRP.com.
Live from the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Details Studio, sales, service, and recreation, this is Fox Sports Rapid City.
Don't lie to me. You were just singing that right now. Don't lie about that as you're driving home tonight on the Nate Brown Show. You were singing that right now. South Dakota Sports Talk Show. Who's hot and who's not every night at this time. Brought to you by the Pizza Ranch. Locations in Brandon and East 10th Street, Sioux Falls, home of everyone's favorite buffet. I'm just waiting for the text that say, yes, you got me. You got me. You were singing that song. In our Who's Hot and Who's Not, what do we got tonight? Some good candidates. In my Who's Hot, number one NFL jersey sales. Yes, the top 10 have been released. What players make up the top 10 jersey sales for the NFL right now going into the season? We'll go 5. Number 5, Jaden Daniels. A little surprising there. Washington Commanders QB. Number 4, Seahawks wide receiver Jackson Smith and Jigba. 3, still number 3, Saquon Barkley? Philadelphia Eagles? Huh? Number 2, give me a break, Drake May, New England Patriots. And the number 1 jersey sale in the NFL right now, my boy, Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen. That's interesting. Make it up. Where's Mahomes? Where's my guy, Bo Nix? Mahomes comes in number 6. Bo Nix not in the top 10. Jalen Hurts, 7. Caleb Williams for the Bears, number 8. Jordan Love, number 9. Micah Parsons, number 10. No Broncos making the list. In our Pizza Ranch Who's Not category tonight, I don't know what else to say about this. I kind of thought it was just like one video, and then you see it on social media, and you just kind of thought, what was that? Is that just one instance? It appears last night after the NBA Finals game outside of Madison Square Garden, there was like Spurs fans. If they were in jerseys, Spurs jerseys, they were like getting beat up. So I saw one video last night. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Just a couple of crazy guys. Then I saw another one, and another one today, and another. I've seen numerous videos, different videos. Spurs fans who went there to cheer in MSG, have a good time, just getting absolutely beat up by groups of people. I mean, that's crazy to me, unacceptable to me. I don't know what was going on with New York after that game last night. You can't have that. That was scary stuff. I hope that crap doesn't happen tomorrow night. That was bad stuff. A bad look. They say fans are crazy. That was bad. Thanks for listening to the Nate Brown Show. We're back tomorrow with more, and Ben Maller's coming on.
Could there be a better name? Auto Value Parts Stores.